This is Outnumbered. I'm Andrea Tantaros, and here with us today, Harris Faulkner. Co-host of After the Bell on Fox Business, Melissa Francis, is back. Political commentator and national spokeswoman for the Libre Initiative, Rachel Campos-Duffy. And you are bringing your expertise because you bring it so well and you look good doing it, and I think that's why America loves you.
Look at that. How about that? What a recovery that would be.
Yeah. Right?
That's what we call a big recovery. Yeah, thank you very much. That's very kind. Very happy to be here. A lot of news happening today.
A lot of news, especially the news that's breaking on this hostage policy.
Right.
Let's hit it. Biggest headline today because of the trade that we saw.
That revenue stream. That's all it is.
That's absolutely true, because in the case of Kayla Mueller, her brother said she was treated like her son was an annoyance to the policy of the Obama administration. Isn't that just basic?
But this part of it is a simple process, right? That's communication.
Though, and I wonder really where the impetus came, where really the strength is behind us. I wonder how much politics have come into play here, because you don't want that message getting out.
A huge amount of
one
politics.
mom was mistreated, and you knew you were letting other parents do whatever they needed to do. I think that's part of it. An agency type thing that's going to coordinate. So this is like another layering, and so I get lost in the point. Doesn't a parent at one point deserve a one-on-one conversation with somebody whose job it is?
I don't want our policy in this aspect of counterterrorism driven by that point in society.
It makes me the very most
emotions.
It makes me the very most
making policy based on how a distraught mother could have been avoided. One, if Bergdahl would have been handled better, and two, if
Mike, it seems like
in getting back those hostages. But what they've done is again, reacting to family, reacting to emotions, reacting to bad press.
Well, review, it involved families. He's met this morning with families. Ayatollah acting somewhat like an in-house breaking news reporter for the country of Iran now, so that's interesting. Why did you just do the
them? We've got really good assurances. John Kerry's going to be very, he's not even going to display any angst over the Ayatollah's comments. We trust them? No, of course we can't trust them. We know that, but the only people that don't seem to know that are Secretary Kerry and President Obama. They seem to feel like we're going to march into this agreement, and they are determined to get this agreement. So the Ayatollah's speech won't have any impact on their decision to march forward.
But it's true. We don't know what's in the agreement per our side of this. Right. But from the Ayatollah, because he's a tweeting fool.
He is.
He's really big on Twitter. And he's about what this man is thinking, potentially.
Although I don't know that we can trust.
I know that you have a member of Congress in your household.
Yes. 400 and almost 500 days. And it's not part of the deal. And so my question to you is, are the Iranians, why isn't something like this, which is so obvious, not
continue to improve their capabilities, harden their defenses at their...
Are we in this position of weakness?
Why? Because we have a White House that is incapable of holding the line, incapable of standing by principles.
But we hold all about giving them nuclear reactors and not worried about building...
Sanctions are lifted, and people have talked about this, but once those sanctions are lifted, you're not walking that dog back.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to say, okay, you haven't ever had transparency in those slippery slope. Yeah, because just yesterday, the federal authorities came to my house in Idaho and Confederate flag. I get it. I also get the point that's not going to make any difference about the presence of evil. That's always there.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the
Democrats, though, they celebrate in every single
in their dinners, frankly, and Hillary Clinton just stopped in Virginia to give a speech at that dinner. And this is also, Harris, an administration that's moving to take Hamilton off our currency. I mean, there are better points, and you're right. The Democratic Party has a deep history and a tie to the Confederate.
The textbooks and see exactly how we write about the Civil War history.
Okay, so then
I think
now you're getting children, my biracial children. Or will you take it to erase history? Because you can't erase where we've come from.
Right.
It was away history. How ignorant do you want us to become?
How far we've come. So if we erase how we've come, and maybe that's part of it too. I mean, maybe if you erase that history where you can't see it, maybe we just have
a really good point. We've done a pretty good job of correcting, right?
This nation.
And maybe
if it is history, though, Harris, I do think those wrongs.
No, without question. I mean, I teach our children about the history, but it's that point where it tips into the celebration of.
We have this conversation turn into, well, Democrats see it this way and Republicans see it this way.
It's distracting from this beautiful.
Thank you for being here, Mike.
Thank you.
Rachel. We're going to stay right here for Outnumbered Overtime on the web, foxnews.com/outnumbered. Click on the Overtime tab when you go there. We're back tomorrow at noon Eastern, happening now after the break.